everyone! Just wait for some people to jump on here before we start. Hi everyone! Hi, welcome to episode 5 of 20 Questions With. Today's special guest is going to be the beautiful Jen Pop from the Bombpops. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Erin Micklow, and I host a show on YouTube where I interview bands, cover their live sets, and do festival recaps. So let's bring Jen on. Jen, are you out there? Hold on, guys. Let's just wait for Jen to send a request. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hi. Happy Friday. Is it Friday? What day is it? What month is it? Hold on. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jen. Hop on. Yay. Jen is here. Just wait for her to send a request and we'll get connected. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Hi. Have you guys heard their newest album? Their show got canceled when all this coronavirus stuff started, but you guys should go stream their album. How do I send the request? Here we go, Jen. Let me see if I can add you. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're just waiting for Jen to connect. Hi.
There you are. I was having a moment. It's so funny. I was like, I've never joined anyone yet, so.
Hi, it's so good to see you. You look cute.
Thank you. How's it going?
Good. So let's start things off with a drink. What is your drink of choice?
Okay. Well, it's I'm drinking my liquid death water right now because that's my hydration. I usually don't drink. I haven't been drinking too much until like this time of day anyway, so.
Yeah.
Because then I don't get anything done and I can sit around and it's too easy to just take a nap whenever you want. But
Totally.
I have some rosé, which I don't ever, this is not a drink of choice. I ran out of White Claw. That's what happened.
Oh yeah, I drank my last 2 White Claws last night. I got saucy with a girlfriend last night on a FaceTime. So today I'm doing a jasmine tea. We're going to pull it back and behave ourselves.
Okay, perfect.
We're going to behave ourselves. So cheers.
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 Thanks you.
Oh, that looks good, but it's also like, ugh. We got pretty saucy yesterday. So let's jump into the questions.
Yeah.
There's an interesting story behind your latest album's title, Death in Venice Beach. Can you talk about that?
Yes, I would love to. I'm going to sit down here because I'm like, I was going to stand, and I don't know how to not be awkward. Let's see, but I feel less awkward if I sit. So yeah, Death in Venice Beach, that's our latest album. And it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but it's just a very interesting coincidence. Our album came out on Friday, the 13th of March. And that was when things started to really get serious here. It's when the city of LA banned all the live performances and stuff. But the title of the book, the album is actually a reference to a book called Death in Venice by Thomas Mann. And the coincidence is that that book, it's basically about the price of living an artistic life and the darkness that comes along with that. But the book, another main thing in that book is that it takes place in 1911 in Venice, Italy during the cholera pandemic. So
oh, wow.
The title of our album, which came out during the pandemic, directly references another work of art about a pandemic. So
yeah, I mean, all of us got so serious so quickly. I mean, it was like within just like a day, it was like everyone's canceling all their shows, and you know, I feel for you guys so much because that's like your big album release show for everything that you worked for, and then
it's one of those things. One of the things that we wanted to do next. You know, we've done a lot of things that have our dreams come true kind of stuff. You know, we signed to Fat Records. This is our second release on Fat Records. We went on tour with NoFX, Bad Religion, Less Than Jake, Anti-Flag last spring in Europe. We've opened for our favorite bands. We're on our favorite label. We've put out a second album. We've done a lot, but you know, we hadn't really ever sold out our own show. We've played a lot of great shows opening up for other bands, and we have a decent draw, but we were selling at this tour that was started on the day our record came out. We were selling out like every major city for the first time ever. It's a huge thing for us to do. Yeah. So that has to wait. But
that's something at least. I mean, it sucks that, all artists are in the same boat right now too, and that's why at least we're in a time of the internet where we can do stuff like this.
yeah, it's really forced in this time forced us all to figure out what resources we have and to continue to be creative, and that means being creative with what you've already been creating before, and how can you translate it to the internet. And you're very good at that, and there's definitely an art to that as well, because right now all we have as bands and as creators is staying remaining to be seen, and you have to have interesting content, engaging content, but you also have to put it out there consistently. You have to play the game of social media if you just to be seen, because that's actually now the only place that we can all be seen, and it's really oversaturated. Everyone's doing it.
Yeah, I posted a meme the other day, and it was all like, it was a guy putting his phone on the charger. It's like, get some rest, phone. We've got a busy day of scrolling through free apps tomorrow.
My thumbs hurt from scrolling and texting, and that's never been a thing, but it's just this is the gateway to our whole entire world, and also our creative outlet right now.
Yeah.
So it's strange, but I've done a lot of things lately that I've never had to do before, and just with the computer, I had to updated my whole operating system. I mean, I've done that before, but it's been a while,
Yeah.
So I could use like OBS and stuff, and so I can I don't know, just figuring out how to do stuff. I went and I made a fire. I've never built my own fire before, like in my fire pit. It sounds like
an actual fire, like outside.
Yeah, I have a fire pit outside, and every person should at some point in their life build their own fire. So I did that, and I went and I I went and gathered some firewood up in the hills by my house.
Oh, that's awesome. I did that once in my backyard, and my neighbors got really, really upset because it's like, it's like a fire hazard.
Yeah. If you don't, yeah, I could see. I have my house, I'm in a back house, and it came with a fire pit. So I'm assuming that landlords are okay with it since it was there. Yeah.
Totally. So tell me about your favorite song on the new album.
It's really hard to pick a favorite, but one that's been just really consistently satisfying to play every time, and also it was one of the first songs that was written of mine for the album, because Polly writes her songs and I write my songs, and then we bring them together to the band.
Yeah.
But Dearly Departed is the first track on the album, and that's actually a song that I started writing in let's see, I guess, I don't know, the end of 2018 is really when I started writing. And that song also, it's been consistently easy to go back to and finish. Sometimes when you write a song, or when I write a song, I'll have the initial idea, and the inspiration behind it will be something very relevant and real at the time. And then if you haven't finished it all in that sitting, or at least in that very time period where it's still fresh, it can be difficult to get back there. You can finish it, you can finish the melody and stuff, but to get back to finishing the lyrics or just loving them enough to even want to change them, I felt that throughout the whole process of that song developing. So that's why it's one of my favorites. It's Dearly Departed.
Yeah, it's a good song. So then what's your least favorite song on the new album?
There isn't one. I love them all, and I don't know that I could pick a least favorite one. One that I had the most, that was just difficult in the studio, just because it changed quite a bit, was Radio Silence. And even when we were sequencing the album, a lot of people that were involved in sequencing it loved it, but I had a hard time because in my mind I just remember that it was difficult to get down because it had changed so much. But now I don't, but I love it. I love it now, and I don't feel that way about it now. But
Yeah, I like some of my favorites are the ones that you guys have released as singles and music videos so far. Like I was playing Notre Dame at the beginning of the show, and that's a really good one. I like it.
That one's another, thank you. That one's another one of my favorite ones too. I don't know. I do love them all, and I love Holly's songs so much as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's still super fresh, so it still feels like it's our baby. But I think we'll love these songs forever. I hope so.
Yeah, they're good songs. I love the new music videos. You can see the amount of work that you guys put into making those. They're really, really beautifully made.
Thanks. Yeah, that's fun too because the album has been done for a while, and there's something sad about when you're done with it. It's not like you're shelving it because you're gonna go and in a perfect world tour off of it and do all these other things off of it. But
Yeah.
you just it's out there. The cathartic part of recording it and getting them out there is done. So this has been a whole other fun thing to do with these songs and this album is giving it its own visual life and the stories that are taking place in the music videos. They're not exactly what the songs are about exactly, but there's definitely inspired by what the song's about as well as other things that inspired the whole album as a whole. And so it's fun to take it. I keep saying art. It's like a weird thing to talk about it that way, but it's fun to take the album to bring it to visual life.
Yeah, totally. So you also just started a Patreon. Can you talk about some of like the struggles, the challenges you face setting that up and performing acoustically? Because obviously acoustic performances isn't, what you normally do.
Yeah, it's it's funny because I had this concept before everybody had been quarantined, and I wanted to wait until after Death in Venice Beach came out because I just wanted that to shine. I didn't want to mix up the two things. And we were going on tour, but I had created it and looked into it and decided, which platform to use. But then this happened, and it's like, boom, everyone's going live acoustic. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the reason I wanted to do it initially was because I recently, being beginning of 2019, started doing acoustic shows. My first ones were in January with the Vagabondies, which is Stacy and Jenny from Bad Cop, Jillian from a band called Turn Spit from Chicago. We got Jen Johnson, who was an F minus.
Yeah.
Jen Carlson, who's in Angry Amputees, and she was in Bad Cop in the beginning too. And then we had a comedian, Brandy Posley. So it was this fun thing, and Jenny and Stacy asked me to do it. And they're so great at doing acoustic. I've always admired them for that. And they asked me to do it with them. I was like, that sounds awful and terrifying. But I'm still going to try because I wanted to do it. I always wanted to do it, been too scared to do it. So that whole year, I did acoustic stuff here and there. And then I went on an acoustic tour with Teenage Bottle Rocket and Mean Gene and Clowns. And that was surprising too that Toby Jeg, my friend, he runs Red Scare. He books Bottle Rocket. He asked me to open for them. And I was like, that's not like what I do. But I can't say no to that opportunity. And yeah. I'm so happy that my friends pushed me to do it because point being, now we're here. I don't think I would be prepared to just all of a sudden go acoustic. It's a different beast. You use your voice differently. You have to be more dynamic. And it's scary. And one of the challenges with Patreon is, and the whole thing is like, am I good enough? Because this is all we have, and it's very raw. You're using what you have, your phone. Like I have a little mic that I use sometimes on my Patreon. I use other stuff, just experimenting with sound. Yeah. And just what you have, your voice and your guitar. So, but yeah, the Patreon has been fun. And I like to treat it. I'm very open with the people that sign up for it. And it's like, this is a learning process. What you're signing up for, I tell them what they're getting, is you're going to watch me hopefully get better at this one thing, which is playing acoustic. And I'm using the avenue of cover songs to do that because, again, cover songs, I like to learn songs, usually to get inspiration sometimes. But I've always been jealous of people that can just pull all these songs out and they can play all these covers by the campfire. Like, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with campfires now, but
because it's been cold here in LA. Like, on top of everything, it's like we haven't had the beautiful weather that we normally have this time of year either.
That's true. It's raining and
It's been awful.
cozy weather. It'd be nice to sit around and play acoustic songs with your friends, but I guess that's what we're doing. So yeah, I'm taking cover suggestions on Patreon because it's pushing me that way. I have to learn something that I would normally probably never learn and finish it and deliver it. And it might not be good, but people are going to watch my progress with me.
No, I think people tune in for you, you know, your fans love you and it's your renditions of it. Like the rendition you did of Bad Religion's Sorrow was great. It was beautiful.
Thank you. That was one I really enjoyed. I find that some of the songs, they're satisfying to the soul and they become easy. It's like, oh, I want to play that all the time. And then other ones I want to try, like I did Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone, did a Taylor Swift song. And they're fun, they're really fun, but how many times does those lyrics don't really do anything for me? But they're fun to sing and they're challenging.
Yeah. I won't lie, I enjoy a couple Taylor Swift songs. I like her. There's a mood for her, you know.
There totally is. I love Taylor Swift.
She's a guilty pleasure music, and it's like, I know people will be so pissed off. It's not punk rock. I don't care. She's fucking good. She's talented.
Who cares? Yeah, she's talented. She writes great songs, and you can't deny it. If it makes you feel good, it makes you feel good.
Yeah. So you have amazing, amazing ripped abs. What is your workout routine? Like, your abs are just fucking ridiculous.
Oh, well, so my stuff is actually very minimal, and you know everything is different for different people.
Yeah.
But my main thing is all I do is stuff that I can do on a mat in my house. Like I don't really move that far outside of the mat unless I'm, you know, like I have to spread my legs, which sounds weird to say, but like, you know what I mean? Like, unless I have to do something like that, it's pretty much in the confinement of a mat. And my whole thing is to keep it short. I don't do, if I know I want to say work out for 40 minutes or an hour, chances are I'm not going to do it. So if I say even like 7 to 20 minutes is better than nothing. And I find that once I started doing that, I started exercising regularly and like got results, but just doing a little bit every day. And I do Pilates, mat Pilates, and just like core strength training stuff, but nothing there I have to jump around or move, but but stuff that still makes you sweat. And there's only one channel, there's a YouTube channel, only thing I work out to, ever have. It's the only thing, and they have short videos to long videos. It's called Fitness Blender. Are you familiar with it?
Oh yeah, I used to use that one, and then I jumped over to this other like super, super hot German lady named Pamela RF, and her workouts are fucking difficult.
They're difficult? Does she have easy ones?
What's that?
Does she have easy ones too?
I don't know. I was doing Fitness Blender for a bit, and then I was like, man, I want something that's harder. And then I found her, and like her workouts are fucking hard, but they're short. They're short and hard.
Well, that's good too. It's just like I find that something, you know, and I have my ones, and then like the easy ones, and then after I do those consistently, then I'll do something, you know, you want to push yourself, and then you know, I don't do a whole lot of cardio. I love riding a bike, but I never do it. But every time I do, I'm like, I could go forever. But hate jumping around and stuff like that. But also, I'm not consistent with it right now. There's times I'm mostly consistent, but I have not done it at all since this lockdown. It's been a long time, and I feel it. I don't sleep as well. I'm tired, and it helps so much for the psychological benefits of just a little bit of mind-body coordination.
Yeah, I always say to myself, I'm like, you know what? A short workout's better than no workout.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some is better than none.
Yeah, when you set yourself up to do the whole thing, you set yourself up a lot of times for failure, and then you fail, then you feel terrible about it, and you associate that with failure. And so rather do something small and easy, and then you feel like you've done something successful.
Totally.
Yeah.
So what's the wildest thing that you've ever done on a night out or while performing?
While performing, I don't go too wild.
Or just being out, like what's like the wild, I mean, I remember being out with you, and you and Polly were talking about some stories, and you're like, "Don't share that." And I was just like, "Damn, girl."
That's what I was gonna say. When I'm on stage, I'm focused. I'm like, I'm here. The whole reason we're on tour is you get 20 to 45 minutes to rock, and all the other time of this thing, it's so ridiculous. You have that time to be on and focused, and so it's not the time for me to fuck around and get crazy. Polly gets crazy, and she can handle that. I don't even like to look at people when I play. I just look out, like around, but no one in particular. But afterwards, yeah, like the Bombpops, we've tamed down quite a bit, but just so silly things. I could think of. Well, I remember there's this one funny story where one time after a show in El Paso, we went to this strip club, and I had never I've been to a strip club, but I never had a lap dance. And so let's just go. We just didn't want to stop partying, basically. And this sad strip club in El Paso called the Red Parrot. And just the band, the four of us. And I never had a lap dance. So Josh bought Polly and I lap dances. And this one girl, she was asking how old I was. And at the time, I think I was like 28 or something. And she was, I told her I was 28. And she was like, "Damn, bitch, you're old." I was like, "Excuse me, but you have braces on?" How old are you? You seriously look like you're 16.
That is so rude. You don't say that to somebody. It's like, do you want tips right now? Aren't you working for tips?
It was the strangest experience, but it was really fun. And I think one of the most fun times I had recently was on tour in Europe when we were in Hamburg, and we went to the Reeperbahn in the red light district.
Yeah.
And I remember that night too. I wasn't partying in a crazy way, but I had Fernet makes me, it's like tequila kind of. Fernet just makes me kind of crazy fun. I love it. I don't know what it is about Fernet, but we were drinking Fernet all night long with this band from Sweden called the Vanyas. And afterwards we went out with them, all beautiful, gorgeous people. Like there's the lead singer was a female, and then the rest were guys. They were all just gorgeous. And they were very particular about their rock and roll, but we went to this dirty old man bar in the red light district. And for whatever reason, I've never been a dancer. I'm not good at dancing. I don't ever get up there and do anything. But I was dancing. Polly and I were dancing on the tables. I was convinced that I should have been a professional dancer my entire life. But to rock and roll, the Swedish band was controlling the jukebox, and it was super fun. We stayed up till the sun came up, nothing helping us stay awake or anything like that. We were just having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol's kind of a stimulant too, It's like
it is.
You get kind of wired when you're drunk. It's like, woo!
Yeah, totally. But it was weird. I felt so good dance. I finally understood it for the first time in my life. I was like, this is what it's like to just dance on the tabletops.
Oh, it's so fun. I love dancing. I usually gotta get some drinks in me first if that's gonna happen, but I'll shake my ass then.
Yeah, I just feel like an idiot sometimes, and then once you let go and you, for whatever reason, just you lose that one thing that you care about. Maybe it takes being in the red light district of Hamburg with a bunch of dirty old men.
Yeah. And some Fernet, a bunch of Fernet.
And Fernet. And some very attractive Swedish people.
For sure. So tell me about some of your bandmates' most annoying traits.
See, I could tell you about that stuff. I could. But I'll tell you about my annoying. I know what annoys them about me. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'll tell you. Okay. And then maybe I'll tell you a few of theirs. But for me, I'm a neurotic person. Fidgeting helps me feel relaxed. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else, but constantly fidgeting is my normal thing. Yeah. And so usually if we're on tour, I share a bed with Polly. If there's more than one room, it's Polly and I, which never really happens. But Polly is your goddamn zippers. Just zipping up, zip up my backpack, and inside my backpack there's a bag within a bag within a bag. zippers upon zippers upon bags, and I mean, it drives them all nuts. I'm also up earlier than everyone. Like, I want to just get up. I want to start getting ready. And it's not easy when you're sharing a room with 5 other people or whatever.
Yeah, because you're all up in each other's space all the time. So it's like it's like all those memes too, like what have been going around now. It's like, can you breathe more quietly?
Yeah, seriously. The things that begin to annoy you about each other are so, I mean, it's everything. It's from the way that people look at you to the way that they breathe, to the way that they put their stuff on the bench next to you, like sprawling out. See, I would say that if there was one thing about Polly, like we always share a bench too. I'd be like, sometimes like her stuff is like too close to mine, but I'm sure that she feels that my stuff is too close to hers too. I'm like, okay, this is
like, keep on your side right here.
Yeah.
Here's the line of my side and your side.
Exactly. I hate when people don't put their stuff away though. Like people sprawling out in the van.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh is the worst at that. Sorry, Josh, if he's here, but it's the worst.
I did a tour too, and the guy that I was sharing a bench with, his shit was just everywhere. It was like an explosion. It was like, but can you collect it and keep it, cut it together?
Yeah, we all live here right now for a month. And Neil will take off his clothes and just like walk into a whole hotel room, and it'll just be like, there's the trail of Neil, you know, here's the shirt, here's the pants, there's the socks. So that's clearly the boxers by the shower before he got in. It's like,
so then, okay, let's talk about the flip side of it. What are some of your bandmates' most endearing traits?
Oh, they are endearing people. No, they can be. Oh, Polly, she is incredibly empathetic. Like she has empathy in some of the most amazing ways. A lot of the time, when it becomes on her radar, when she connects with somebody that is going through something, she can't let it go, and it seriously, it'll bring her down. It kind of gets into her psyche, but I think she's really good at helping people through that a lot that we meet on the road. She connects with people. I mean, we all connect with people and make friends, but a lot of the people that she's connected with and has stayed in touch with, it's through something like that she's felt the need to help them. So she's empathy. That's one of her really endearing traits, and she's that way within the band too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Neil is just the most helpful person to all of us, even when he just doesn't need to be. He's always helping me and everyone in the band they learn how to do stuff in terms of, he's really good with technical stuff. He does all of our graphics and social content and stuff like that, makes everything look clean, but he's big on helping us all, and also just, he's like, here, take my phone charger, have my jacket, eat my things. Like he'll give you his pillow, you know, or something like that.
He always has his nails done really nice too.
Yes, he does, and he loves to share that stuff when he can. He's like, oh, I've got extra money right now. Like, I want to take you to get your nails done. I want to do this. He's just the best, really. He is. And Josh is he's really great. He's like the muscle in the band, kind of. He has a way. Well, I'm a problem solver. I like to solve a problem, but Josh solves different types of problems that I can't even begin to think of how to solve them. And it's like, you know, how the heck are we going to get from point A to point B with this van? And there's I don't know, road closure, parking the van, that kind of stuff. He can get us out of any situation. I like to have a lot of control with stuff in the band, but not that kind of stuff. And I just know that Josh, I can sit back and be relaxed about that. And I know that Josh is going to figure it out. Josh is also like Neil. He's very giving with his stuff. We actually call him Papa Josh, because we just like, he's the snack pack in the van. He always has all these snacks, but he just gets them to share with everyone. And you know, it's like he has 2 girlfriends in the band, because every time he goes and gets food, we're like, Josh, let me get some fries. Let me get a chicken tender or whatever. Or this one time I remember he came back, he asked and from, I don't know, McDonald's or something, and we're like, Josh, let me just get a bite. Let me get a bite. He's like, you don't think I know what my bitches want? And he's like got us all these chicken tenders and all these French fries and like all the sauces. He's like, I know what my bitches want. I was like, it's like, you do. He'll come back with like the soda and everything. He's so sweet. They all are.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys have a way of getting boys to take care of you, not in a bad way.
They
are like our
yeah,
mutual
but
friend
like Josh
Peter.
and Neil, that does not apply to them. Like that sweetness, whatever that is, does not apply to them. That they're on the level of it's just like a family thing, you know, and they're on the level, and they won't always. There'll be times when it's like, okay, I'm not gonna ask Neil for his pillow right now. And Josh, I'm not even gonna try getting your beef jerky.
Well, that's good though. I mean, it is good that you guys have that rapport as a band, you know, because it is like a family, and you should take care of each other.
Yeah, it is, and it's not easy to do. And there's so many times when it feels awful, but then it's remembering when we can all come together and like, yeah, we take care of each other. You have to.
That's awesome. Okay, so next question. Complete the sentence. Blank is Gen Pop's weakness.
There's so many things I could, not so many, it's not like I have a bunch of weaknesses, but I'm trying to think well, because in my room, band hoodies, I have way too many of them. It's my favorite piece of merch, and they're be kind of like, you know, months out of the year where I'll go to a show. I'm like, I'm not buying a hoodie today. I really want to buy a hoodie, and that's such a cool design, and I love that band so much. But no, I always give in, and I have like during this quarantine situation, I have a hoodie for different parts of the day, different things. Some of them that have already been worn too much. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll put that one away. Even though I have a million of them, you know, there's still like favorite ones, and there's just something about the warm, fuzzy new ones. But then there's something about the old ones that have been worn so much and that have the kind of thinned out. I don't know, hoodies.
Yeah, different hoodies for different moods.
There are hoodies for different moods. Yeah.
That's awesome. So we're about halfway through now. Can you play us a song?
Yeah. Oh, did I go away, my screen?
Uh-oh. Yeah, where'd you go?
I don't know. I'm here still.
That's so weird. Oh, there we go.
There
you are. Play us a song.
I didn't even touch anything. Okay, I'm going to stand up, so I'm going to...
Okay.
Well, I just feel better when I stand up. Woo! I saw someone comment, liquid death with a straw. Fancy. I know. It is
we don't want to fuck our lipstick up. Like, my lipstick is like all over my cup right now because you can't really drink tea with a straw.
Yeah, I just drink more water if I have a straw.
Mm-hmm.
But I do reuse the same straw. I know it's not the best thing. Oh, okay. I'm going to plug this in really quick because it's just a little better. So
okay.
I can't hear you until then I'll take it out when I'm done with the song.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. All right. John F. Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe, Andy Warhol had his spreadsheet brought down. Right here, right now, everything with me, flashing up and making history with romance. Unhappily, ever after, I'll hold my peace forever. Take me to that edge, baptize me in sickness, dearly downhearted, whatever we gotta do it. Sid and Nancy, kill me while I'm high. Juliet, Romeo, double suicide. Mark Anthony, Cleopatra, stay that on. Oh, happy day. anxiety and sickness, feeling unblinded, what if we gather witness? All right.
Woo!
There we are.
Yay, that was so beautiful. You have such a beautiful singing voice.
Thank you. I was cracking there a little bit, but
No, it sounded beautiful. That's a really pretty song.
thank you. That's what you get. That's the kind of stuff you can't hide. And that's, I realized though, you know, when I watch some of my like favorite people that I want to see play acoustic, just the imperfections of it are really what make it. I don't know. As a musician, I'm like, yeah, they fucked up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But not in like a way. Just you want to see it be real and not perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything's ever perfect. Like, I mean, everybody messes up sometimes, but I think it's about how you recover. Like, I mean, I'm not a musician, so a lot of times I don't even notice when musicians mess up.
Yes. How you recover is the whole key, and that's kind of the fun part. It's like, oh, okay, how am I gonna get out of this one?
So let's jump back into the questions.
Yeah.
If money wasn't a concern, what would you be doing tomorrow?
If money wasn't a concern, well, there's like so many levels of this. If money wasn't a concern and tomorrow was like it is going to be, I would just love to help out some of my friends that need help right now, that have lost their jobs. Like my job didn't go anywhere, and I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still am just tight within my means. But if I had money, it was not an issue, I would help out as my friends. But if we're talking about something fun and me, and if I had that much money to help out my friends, I could probably do something cool for myself too. I would be on a plane tomorrow, and if this wasn't a thing, I'd probably
if we were actually allowed to leave our houses.
Yeah, I'd probably head on over to Italy and hang there and get out of here. Yeah, and I'd buy a house in LA, northeast LA. I would buy a home and not have to worry about any of that. So not that fun. My stuff's not really that fun, but that's what
I think it is. I mean, I think going to Italy sounds really nice. Sounds really nice. I miss traveling too and all of this.
I really do.
So next question, what's the worst date you've ever had and why?
Oh, so it's so funny. Like, what constitutes, like, how are we defining a date? Because I feel like in my whole life, I don't even know. I've been on I can think of one real date, and it was awesome. But in terms of, I guess when you date, you have a boyfriend, you go on dates. And I don't have a boyfriend, but I don't know, those kind of dates, they're just.
I guess it's like a hangout. I mean, you know when you're kind of seeing someone going out.
So like just a hangout. I'm like, oh, I haven't.
You know when it's a thing and you're like more than friends. You know, you kind of know. So like, what's like the worst? I mean, I guess dates are like hangouts. You know, what's the worst one you've ever had and why?
Yeah. Okay. So I went to a show once with a guy, and he was so hot, and he was so hot, gorgeous man, but I didn't know him at all, really. I just met him at my work, and he invited me to go to a show, and we went, and like I knew people there, and he knew people there. We knew some of the same people, it turns out, but he just I talked to him enough. Was like, there is nothing going on upstairs, like just not
hot and dumb.
So yeah, hot and dumb, like real hot and real dumb, and I couldn't even see if he was. Sometimes just someone being sweet is enough. It's not like he was an asshole. It was actually dumb and then nothing, other than just kind of being there and like walk in. So weird, but also I can hang and try to get some kind of conversation out of people usually. And so I went outside with him. He was smoking a cigarette, and then like after he smoked a cigarette, he just like leaned in to kiss me. I was like, I wasn't like, go away. I was just like, okay. And I
It's
left.
like, that's kind of out of nowhere. It's out of nowhere, okay.
Yeah, and I remember it was before, I don't know, how could it have been before? I don't remember, for whatever reason, I didn't have a ride home. I think it was like, I didn't even really, maybe Uber was just getting started or something. And he was supposed to give me
Yeah.
a ride home. It was after the train had gone home. And I spent the night at my friend's house because she lived down the street. I was like, I just gotta go. I don't want to even like be around this person.
That's awkward. Okay, so on the flip side of that, what's like the best date you've ever had? Like, what was like a really, really good date that you had?
It was a really good date in a sense that it was just super cool and it felt like a date. And it was with a guy who was in a band that I love. And I was like, can you like ask me out on a date? And I couldn't breathe. Like, even I remember feeling like, I don't know. It was just so crazy how it happened. And I'm not going to say who it was because
Yeah, don't. We'll keep him anonymous. We'll keep him anonymous.
It's going to be anonymous. But I was just excited, but also like, oh no, what if this person sucks? I like their band so much. What if they are creepy? I almost don't even want them to like kiss or try anything like that happened on that other date. And but no, it was so super cool. It was a daytime date. We just rode his motorcycle up to Angel's Crest and rode around for like 2 hours, and it was a beautiful day. It was gorgeous. I think it was like April. I don't know. It was just beautiful. I'd never been on a motorcycle before either, so there's something just thrilling and exciting about that person and about the time. And then the most like respectful drop off and see you later kind of thing, and nothing was ever weird. So that was really cool experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good date. Guys that ride motorcycles are hot.
Yeah, there's definitely something where I didn't really think that before, and then when we went and did that, I was like, oh, this is way hot. But also dangerous, and please.
But that's part of it, I think, because it's like dangerous. It's like exciting, you know?
Yeah, it is exciting. And I also like when people, I don't know, it's ride it for something like that. Go to a destination and take in it's the scenery. I remember just smelling everything like I was a dog. I was like, oh, I can smell all that. It was a different experience going that fast, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool.
He sounds like he had good game, this guy, Mr.
Yeah, he does, I think. I don't know, actually.
That's always appreciated. Boys out there listening, up your game.
Up your game, boys. Yeah.
Okay, so, biggest turn-offs.
Biggest turn-offs. When people don't know how to spell. I just can't. Like, especially now we're all texting and getting to know each other through texting or, you know, whatever. A lot of times it's online. Just can't do that. So yeah, people who don't know how to spell. Yeah. Just take the time, and I don't care if it doesn't need to be perfect. Just a sense of
that you're literate, that they're literate.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I'm not a spelling freak or anything. It's just that, yeah. That and another turn off is just people who don't listen attentively. Like, if people aren't good listeners, it's the biggest turn off right away. You can just tell by someone's body language and eye contact and how they respond back to you if they're not listening, and that's just right out the door. Like, no, you're not a good listener.
Totally.
And then just people, just general, you know, if people are rude, you can tell pretty right away if people have basic manners. I know there's some blurred lines, I think, nowadays when guys, they're not so sure if they should, well, women can do this, like a lot of stuff, they don't want guys to do certain things for them, but it never gets old to have someone open a door for you or walk on the right side of the street when you're walking, that kind of thing. And if people don't even understand that, or they'll order first, that's little stuff like that is usually, it's not just one of those things, it's all of them that they don't have, and that's a turn off.
Yeah, for sure. So then on the flip side of that, biggest turn ons.
Well, it's like, yeah, the opposite. People who read for pleasure, people that actively read, and it's not because they are going to school and they have to read the textbook or they have to read some document for work. I mean, just picking up a book and reading for pleasure. Conversation, people who are good at having conversation, and also people that have stimulating conversation, not necessarily and intellectual as well, but there's a fine line between that too, because somebody who can be a good conversationalist and is stimulating to talk to, and also intelligent, intellectual, sometimes they can make other people feel inferior or stupid and not welcoming to have a conversation with. It's like so hot when you can watch somebody, or I like to observe other like guys talk to other people. And if they can have a conversation with someone that's on their level of intellect, but also with just anyone that might not be even know like what they can tailor a conversation and hold a conversation and make it interesting, and both people are able to have a conversation.
Yeah,
and that's
for sure.
There's not a whole lot of people that can I don't know, do it well and make it interesting enough. And then turn on is being funny. I love a funny guy, but witty and funny, not just funny to make everyone laugh all the time, because that is charming, but it gets annoying really quick.
Totally. So I'm gonna clip a couple questions because Instagram is only gonna they're gonna cut us off in about 12 minutes because Instagram gives you an hour. So I'm gonna clip a couple questions. Okay. But what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you when playing a show?
I don't think I can't really think of one that's super embarrassing, to be honest. I don't really know. And maybe I blocked it out of my memory. I can't think of one. And obviously, like forgetting lyrics. Oh no, here it is. Playing fucked up, being high and being drunk. Like I've done it before, and I remember the specific time when I was like, this is never happening again. It's absolutely embarrassing. See, I blocked it from my memory.
Yeah, because it's like, oops, you know, maybe at the time if you're messed up, you think it's like, oh, that was great. And then you're like, oh no, that really wasn't great.
No, it's again, you have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to rock. Why get high and drunk before you do that? Like, don't ever do that. It's just people came to see you and you have yourself to like, you know, prove to. That's the only thing. It's like, be good or try at least.
For sure. So can you do a celebrity impression? Do you have any good ones? I have one friend that does a bunch of really good ones.
I think I could do like an okay fat Mike.
Do it. I want to hear.
I just remember he told me this story once, and well, all the stories he tells are just like so outrageous. He's like, yeah, there was this dom, and she put me in a suitcase and she kicked me down the stairs. It was awesome. Have you ever tried nipple clamps? Yeah, you gotta try nipple clamps. I think I'm over exaggerating.
That's pretty funny. That's a good one. Just Dom put me in a suitcase and
kicked me down the stairs. It's like, all right.
I bet he's got a lot of good stories. He must be a riot to hang out with and work with.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so we're gonna close out with, can you play us another song?
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. I'll plug in my mic again and then I'll take it off to say.
Okay.
Well, I'll bring it. My weird little station. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's the full road to hell. Honeymoon inside the cheap hotel. I'm dying for your kiss. We gotta get our kicks. We're driving highway 666. Blood packed. Give the gun. Natural born killers on the run. Blood packed. Give the gun. Natural born killers on the run. Fitting checks straight out of the Bible. Tore up the countryside, no winner on style. You ain't seen nothing yet. There are no accidents. Falling in love, sick, sick, sick. Blood packed, giving the gun. Natural born killers on the run. Blood packed, giving the gun. Shot 'em dead under the desert sun. Bonnie and Clyde, giving the gun. Right until we die, until you and die, die and die, die and die again. Blood-packed American maniacs. 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 Oh my god. That's a case of fucking up and seeing how you can fix it. My dad texted me several times while that was happening.
Oh my god.
And every
I didn't even notice you messed up. Honestly, like I didn't notice at all. I thought it was beautiful. You're such a beautiful
Thank
singer.
I was like, wait, I wonder
Well,
if my dad's watching.
It's like, Jen's dad, are you out there? Well, that's all the questions I have. Instagram is going to cut us off here in a minute. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming on and doing this. And everyone, please go follow Jen, follow her band, the Bombpops, stream their new album, Death in Venice Beach, on all streaming platforms. And everyone, please go subscribe to Jen's Patreon. It's patreon.com/JenPop. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning
me.
in.
I loved your questions, by the way. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.